Hey everyone, it's Robin and welcome to the Robin's Nest. Today on my channel, I finally get to make a Harry Potter cake for you guys. I'm so excited. It's gonna have Hogwarts and Harry and Hedwig, and it's gonna have all sorts of little mystical things too, like some magic potions, some flying keys, and even a little golden snippet. This cake is going to be magical. So let's get into it. So for today's cake, I'm starting out with two 6-inch and one 4-inch double barrel vanilla cake layers, which we need to begin by leveling off. Then we're going to readjust our cake leveler, and we're going to tort our two 6 inches into 4 layers and our 4-inch into 3. So once you've finished leveling and torting your layers, we can start stacking and filling them. So we're going to be using some white vanilla American buttercream today, and we're just going to start by applying a small amount onto our cake board. And normally at this point I would attach my cake layer, but this isn't the cake board we're going to be using. I'm going to make a decorative one, so we're going to attach a smaller cake card, which is going to be the same size as our bottom tier, and we're going to use this underneath, so it's going to be easy to move it from one cake board to the next. And now once I have that attached, we're just going to go about our business like we usually do, and attach a little bit of icing to this one, attach our first layer, and then begin stacking and filling them. And then once we're done with the 6-inch, we're going to switch over and do the exact same thing with our 4-inch. So because our cake is shaping up to be quite tall, we're also going to be adding some supports and some cake cards to keep things nice and sturdy. So once you finish icing your second layer, you're going to go ahead and take some wooden skewers, insert them into your cake, measure them off, and then trim them down. Then we're going to add our cake card between our second and third layer, and then we're going to continue to start stacking and filling. So I finished stacking my bottom tier, and I've also added a few supports to the top 2 layers as well, the same as I did on the bottom. So now we're going to get this off in the fridge to chill to firm up our icing layers a little bit before we carve off all this caramelization. And then we're going to switch over and do our 4-inch cake. Okay, so now I'm going to pop my 4-inch into the fridge. We're going to grab our 6-inch, trim off all that caramelization, and then we're going to start our crumb coat. So I've set our cakes off in the fridge to chill once again, and now it's time to work on our decorative cake board. So I've mixed up a couple of different colors of fondant. We have some golden yellow and a little bit of a brownish burgundy color, and I'm going to cut these out in approximately 1-inch thick strips to alternate on our cake board to represent Gryffindor. Okay, now that I've finished cutting out all of my stripes, it's time to attach them to the cake board. But they're not going to stick on their own, so we're going to have to take a little tiny bit of water on a paintbrush, and we're just going to brush it all over our cake board very lightly. And you don't need very much, just a tiny little bit. And this is going to give your fondant something to stick to. Next, we're just going to lay on all of our stripes, then we're going to trim around the edge, and then I'm going to pop it in my food dehydrator for approximately a half hour on a very low setting. So now that we've finished our cake board and got that out of the way, it's time to finish icing our cakes because I want to get them back in the fridge to chill for a while and let them firm up really, really well before we stack our tiers, because it's much, much easier to stack your tiers if they're cold. So we're just going to start by finishing up with some more white American buttercream. And we're just going to give this a nice thick layer all over the cake and smooth it out with a bench scraper. So now that our cake is back in the fridge to chill, it's time to start working on some decorations. So as you can see, I have an assortment of stencils made up here. First off, we have a large stencil, and we're going to make a silhouette of Hogwarts Castle to go around the base of the cake. We're also going to make a few other silhouettes. I have a little nameplate where it normally says 9 3/4. I turned that into 9 years old. I thought that was pretty clever. And then we're also going to do a little bit of painting too. Alright guys, we are all finished our decorations. We have his name, his age, a little Harry Potter flying, and a few other odds and ends. So now it's time to stick everything to the cake. But first we have to stack our cake onto our cake board. So I'm going to go grab that, get everything stacked, we'll add all of our decorations, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Well, here it is guys. What do you think? I absolutely love it. I think it turned out so good. I just love the way silhouettes look on a nice white clean cake. And all the little hand-painted features really tied everything together. And the cake board too. Well, that's it for today guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. Leave me a big thumbs up and leave me lots of love in the comment section too. And if you haven't done so already and you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you receive a notification every time I post a video. Thanks for watching guys. Bye!